What is going on, everybody? It's your boy John, and welcome back to Gearbox. So today it is a wonderful Friday afternoon. We are in the Mark V Supra, and things are just going well, man. You know, we're headed into the weekend, had a good week of work, all that sort of stuff, except my car is now throwing a check engine light. You can't make this shit up. So, if you are not up to date on Gearbox, and specifically the videos on the Mark V Supra, let me just roll through a quick, because it's not a lot, a quick list of the mods that we have on this car. So to start off, wheels and tires, okay, no big deal. We have a carbon fiber duckbill spoiler, just recently installed carbon fiber front lip. We have a HKS cold air intake, and we have an active Autowerkes downpipe. Now, with that list being said, you probably know where I'm going with this, and that is that the downpipe is probably the issue throwing this check engine light. And you're probably right, except for the fact that Active Autowerkes claims that with this downpipe, and keep in mind, something to also note, this is the catted version of the downpipe. We kept the cat, didn't want it to be too crazy loud, didn't want to deal with check engine lights, to be honest with you, because I want this car, although I want it to be fast and I want it to be fun, because at the end of the day, it is a sports car, I did not want to sacrifice reliability on this platform. Hence, why we went with the catted downpipe. Now, as I was saying, I bought this from A90 Shop online. Great store, online shop or whatever for A90 Supras. I've never had an issue with them, and in no way, shape, or form am I blaming A90 Shop, just for the record. But I am questioning Active Autowerkes. So when you go click on the posting or the product of the Active Autowerkes catted downpipe for the B58 A90 Supra, I swear if it doesn't say it 10 times, it says it 20. That there will be no check engine light at all. And what you worry about, just for maybe a little bit of context here, what you worry about with a downpipe install is, of course, you're now changing the volume of exhaust gases leaving the engine. You're worried about O2 sensors fouling out. You're worried about spark plugs. Well, that's mainly for tuning purposes, the spark plugs. But anyway, you're worried about the sensors that are reading these exhaust gas temperatures and the volume of exhaust gas that are coming out of the engine, because those sensors were tuned in such a way to accurately read the OEM downpipe. Now, what you might be saying, because I can already see a couple of you guys commenting down below, well, John, don't you know that when you do these types of performance installs that you run the risk of a check engine light, and even though it says it's reliable, it might not be as reliable as before? Yeah, no shit, okay? I'm not new to that concept. I am well aware of the risk that I take while doing these types of things to my cars, my trucks, whatever. But what I am worried about is false advertising. And I'm not trying to make this video to throw a big middle finger to Active Autowerkes. It's not what I'm saying. But if for some odd reason, someone from Active Autowerkes or someone from a company can explain why they are advertising this downpipe would not throw a check engine light, and it did in fact throw a check engine light, and give me some sort of explanation as to why, that would be awesome. So when I got this check engine light, I have, and once again, referring back to an earlier video I made on this car, I also have Beamer code and Beamer link. And if you're not familiar, that is a ODB2 plug-in to your ECU to where you can tune some random things out, and you know, it's all harmless stuff. But you can also, you know, read check engine lights. You can run diagnostic tests on your car and have a better understanding of the overall health status of your car. Now, when I first got the check engine light, and yes, there are multiple times this has come up, plugged it in, went to read the code, and I'm gonna pull up what that code said right now. Okay, I kind of lied to you. I do not have a screenshot of the code, but what I do remember is the code was a 12B701 code. Basically what it says was something about a probe and a lambda and exhaust gas temperatures being too high or something of that nature, which once again, really the only variable that has changed in this car to throw said code, except for some sort of like catastrophic failure, is of course the downpipe. Now, what I did immediately after getting this check engine light is I plugged in Beamer Link, went in, I read the code, got some sort of understanding of what it was. I did some research and found out that more or less it was a downpipe code. And so what did I do? I researched some more. I went and saw, you know, are there any, I guess you could call it like real major issues that would come from this code or anything like that, or if it's kind of a harmless thing, but something to keep your mind on, right? And ultimately they said, just keep an eye on it. Everything will be good. Tuning this out could be an option, so on and so forth, right? So what I ended up doing is I cleared the check engine light code, right? No harm, no foul. Keep in mind, during this entire time, car ran great, it accelerated great, you know, nothing was physically wrong with the car per se. It didn't act any different, except for the fact that there was an orange light on my dash, which drives me up a wall. So then fast forward maybe 5-6 days later, code's cleared, started up. I had driven it a couple times since, no issue. Driving to lunch, and what happens again? You guessed it, the check engine light. So now I'm in a spot where I call Thunder Bunny Racing here in Greenville, South Carolina, who installed this downpipe. We talked through it, and basically what they said was, well, you know, when you install a downpipe, you run the risk of a check engine light. And I'm like, no, I totally get that. And once again, I'm not throwing any shade at Thunder Bunny Racing. Those guys and gals are awesome. They know this platform inside and out. I really just wanted to talk to them and see if this is something that they experience somewhat regularly, right? And it turns out that they do. What they said was, there are so many people out in the market today who claim the world and, you know, kind of like a over-promise, under-deliver type of situation. And in this case, we're talking about check engine lights with a downpipe. You can't really guarantee that when you put a new downpipe in, that you're not gonna get a CEL. It's just not possible. In a perfect world, you could do that, but we don't live in a perfect world. We actually live in quite the opposite, I would say. So anyway, the whole point in me making this video is not to just hear me bitch and moan and whatever, but it is to inform you as someone who maybe you have a Supra and you're thinking of running this $1,400 downpipe, which I could have got a much shittier one for $1,000 less and still ended up with the same damn problem I have now. But I decided to, you know, go the extra mile, pay the extra money to, you know, ensure that I would not have these issues. And it turns out that that extra $1,000 is just money down the drain at this point, and kind of up shit's creek without a paddle. So once again, point of this video is to inform you as an end user of active Autowerkes downpipes, or maybe you're thinking of getting into the Supra platform and understanding what mods you can do, what you can't do, what to expect when you do those mods. Do not fall for the trap that an active Autowerkes downpipe will not throw a check engine light. I hate to be that guy, but I'm not the happiest with the solution here. And really all I have left to do is call Active Autowerkes and see if they'll give me an explanation. But really what I'm expecting from them is them telling me to go pound rocks and I don't know, generally speaking. So with that being said, I know this is a spicy video, got a little fired up, but that's okay, because it's a good Friday. It's, you know, 65, 70 degrees here in South Carolina. Fall is finally upon us. Watched some NFL football on Thursday, watching some college football this Saturday. All is good. But if you do have any questions on this check engine light or the downpipe or anything like that, drop them in the comment section down below. If you like this video and you appreciate me helping you guys dodge a grenade, give this video a big fat thumbs up. And as always, guys, hit subscribe, hit the notification bell. You know the drill. And until next time, peace.